Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm sitting out here in the outdoor studio, getting prepared for tonight. We have just 2 hours and 22 minutes before our game show, or our live stream. It's not a game show. Where'd that come from? Game show. Got our live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope you guys will join us there. We have some news, of course. We have the injury report. Right now, Jourdan Lewis is the only person who is out for this game. Jourdan Lewis is the only one. So we're talking about everybody else. Amari Cooper, has been working out with the bands and stuff there, last few days and things. Full participant yesterday in practice, and yesterday's practice was an hour longer. Basically, the Thursday practice is now what used to be the Friday practice. Mike McCarthy wants the guys to get in a whole lot of work and use today as more of a recovery day, and then do a walkthrough tomorrow before they get ready to take on the Rams. So Amari Cooper is good to go, and everybody else, Xavier Woods with the groin, no problem. Our linebacker Luke Gifford, he's okay. So from that standpoint, we're about as healthy as we can be expected right now. Now, of course, this will be the first game, the first real action that the guys have. And, you'll probably end up seeing some, soft tissue injuries, a la Carson Wentz's. But we're in pretty good shape going into this game, at least at the moment, as much as we could be. So we've been through the whole Skip Bayless questioning Dak Prescott and stuff. And earlier today, Jerry Jones basically said, hey, we stand by Dak Prescott. We actually like the fact that he is really a true leader here, and we love Dak Prescott. Now, I always say, here's what you got to understand. Jerry Jones is always going to say some crazy stuff. I want me some glory holes, or he'll talk about slashing his wrist and things and stuff, right? Or a severed hand. I always say that Jerry Jones is kind of like the rabbit for the dog race, the electric rabbit that the dogs all go chase, because that's what happens with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones says things and everybody goes following behind and goes crazy on what he says. But I always say, listen and pay attention to Stephen Jones, because Stephen Jones does not bullshit you. Stephen Jones doesn't talk as much as Jerry, but generally speaking, you can believe what Stephen Jones has to say. So Jerry Jones definitely sided with Dak Prescott with Skip Bayless. And what you got today out of Stephen Jones on G-Bag Nation, I want to make sure I read this. That's why it's actually nice having the computer right here. Stephen Jones was asked, and two huge answers he gave. A couple of questions. The only thing Dak is missing from Pat Mahomes, it's the only thing, if you take Pat Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP, the only thing missing from Dak Prescott is a Super Bowl. Wow. Stephen Jones says the only difference between Dak Prescott and Pat Mahomes is a Super Bowl. Okay. Second one. He answered this. I don't think a lack of Dak having a long-term contract has hurt anybody. He's obviously made a lot of money this year, and we all know he's going to make a whole lot more money in the future. And certainly, we want it to be right here in Dallas. Okay. We know that the Cowboys have restructured 3 contracts. They now currently have about $29.2 million of cap space that can carry over to next year, along with, at the moment, projected cap bottom will be $175 million. Whether you watch the game or don't watch the game, I know some people are happy because they said that the opening game numbers were actually a little bit lower. They weren't record breaking. And I'll dare say that I'll be honest with you. I didn't really care about watching Kansas City and the Texans. It's not like a matchup that I go, ooh. I'm really just not an AFC guy. I'm just not. But had it been Eagles, Cowboys, through the roof. But we'll see what happens with the ratings and stuff come Sunday because, we'll be out here. We're going to probably troll Philly 500 in their stream, 1 o'clock game. And then, of course, we have our game at 8 o'clock Sunday night. So we'll see what the ratings look like. But in the end, I don't care. If you're not watching, well, I can't help you. I know I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be enjoying it. And I hope you enjoy whatever you do on Sunday without football. So you don't think that a lack of a long-term deal has hurt anybody? Well, let's be clear here. It would have been nice for Dak Prescott to have gotten it 2 years ago. It would have been actually nice for the Dallas Cowboys to have gotten it 2 years ago because you would have had them locked in for less money. But, Dak getting the 31.2 this year, that's not bad. And right now, after seeing Deshaun Watson get his money as well as Pat Mahomes, what's going to be interesting is this. Going into the season, basically Deshaun Watson and Dak Prescott's numbers were about the same. Same playoff record and stuff. Now, I'm going to say that without Hopkins, I don't think that Deshaun Watson is going to have the same numbers that he had. You could see last night that the crew that he has is not as good. That Hopkins is making everybody across the board better. So let's suppose the Cowboys have a really good season and Dak Prescott just holds serve on what he did last year. And Deshaun Watson goes downhill. Comes time to do that contract. Yeah. I think that number, they talked about $40 million last year. It's going to be in the $40 million range. Just got to say, it just is what it is. And at some point, you're going to have to pay him. And if you truly believe that he is in that level with Pat Mahomes, and let's make no mistake about it. Did you see how many weapons Kansas City has? They got studs everywhere across the board on that offense. All of the skilled positions are studs. That's going to be a hard team to beat, a real hard team to beat. So we'll see where this all goes. I hope that you guys tune in tonight. We're going to have fun. We'll be talking about Skip Bayless and how long he'll still have a job. We'll be talking about the Cowboys getting ready for the Rams. And, yeah. All right, Jourdan Lewis, the only one out for the game. Hopefully it gets better quick. I'll see you guys in 2 hours and 14 minutes.